Episode 40, Combos with Keegs. Let's try this again. We had technical difficulties the first time. Once again, my soundboard deleted all the files that I had on there. So it's a good start.
Technology. What are you going to do about it?
Technology. We are here with my good friend, Ethan Beckerink.
There you go.
Let's fucking go.
Figured it out after all these years.
Well, your IG is just eBecker, right?
eBeck.
eBeck. Okay.
And then my work email
is eBecker I.
Goes to the I. Yeah. So my name is my name's all messed
just
up.
all over the place.
Those Dutch people, they're weird. I tell you what.
What are you Dutch?
Yeah. So my dad's basically 100% Dutch. I actually figured this out last night at a family dinner. My dad's 100% Dutch. My mom's side Italian and Swedish.
Damn.
Very interesting combination.
Dutch is the Netherlands, right?
Correct.
Is he born there?
No. So my family came over 1840s.
Damn.
Or something. Yeah. We can track it right to the village and all that. It's
Damn.
pretty cool.
Have you ever been there?
No, I want to go. That's my next
That would
European
be
trip.
sick. Have you been to? Oh yeah, you went on that big ass trip
last summer. Yep.
How was that?
Fucking awesome, dude.
Where'd you go?
So we went basically all of July. Did about 4 days in Paris. Then took a flight to Venice, Italy, and spent the rest of the 2 weeks in Italy, over the country.
Dude. I'm so jealous.
I hate to trust me. I'm not a show it off kind of person, but I had to show that off.
Of course,
you know what I mean.
dude.
I'm a humble guy, to be honest, but yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, Europe has always been. There's just so much history there. That's where shit went down back in the day.
As a history nerd, like I am,
yeah.
I was just soaking it all in.
Did you get to see the Colosseum? Where is that?
So.
Funny,
that's in Rome. That's in
Rome.
Oh, it
is.
So funny story about that. That was our last day of our entire trip, and we were there during the massive heat wave. So it was 100 plus degrees every day. I actually ended up getting food poisoning that day. Couldn't go see the Colosseum. Couldn't go to a Rome. I'm gonna be honest. I was nice and happy in the 70-degree, AC room, but yeah, we drove by it on the way to the airport. Other than that, I didn't get to see that part.
Damn, dude. That shit's fucking wild to me.
Old man. The fact that it's still there is impressive.
That and the events that took place there, that's crazy.
Absolutely. They would have games every day. And when I mean every day, I mean every single day.
That's fucked. And just that filled with people.
Packed.
And there's just literally beating each other to the death.
Uh-huh. Blood and guts, baby.
Bro. We have UFC on in the background, and there's some big fights tonight. Did you know that?
No, I did not. Oh, it's Saturday.
Yeah, huge card. I'll talk about that after, but this is the closest thing that we have to a Coliseum.
Basically.
You know, it's just two dudes in an octagon just beating the absolute dog shit out of each other.
But what I enjoy about the UFC is also the respect that comes with everybody in that profession. Yeah, you have your rivalries. You have your guys that hate each other.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's a card. I got to make money. If I win, great. If you lose, at least we're friends at the end of the day. Usually, they're friends at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. It's just crazy, man. Literally, they're going until the ref stops them.
Yeah. And
if the ref doesn't stop them soon enough, they would kill him.
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen some bloody fights.
Oh yeah.
I remember watching the UFC back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking 15 plus years ago. When I was a young kid, and there would be some just nasty, bloody fights.
Yeah. And they're using 4-ounce gloves, and for anyone who's never trained with different weight gloves, you usually spar in 16s, and 16s you can tell the difference between getting hit with a 16 and a 14.
You almost want the bigger gloves. The bigger gloves hurt less.
They do. But you can still get fucked up wearing a 16-ounce glove.
Oh yeah.
I usually train in sparring 16. I have always trained in 14 ounce, but I want to train in 16 ounces.
Do you box? I didn't know you boxed.
Yeah. I've never fought.
Right.
I've sparred.
But you've trained.
I've trained, yeah. And my coach actually, he texted me the other day, we've been chatting, ever since I stopped going when I moved back to Tahoe. But after the conversation that we had, I started training again. And when I can afford to. I want to go back to the gym. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, the ounce gloves. So yeah, 16 ounce, like you can get fucked up in them. Like when I sparred the one dude at that gym, it was my first time ever sparring, and we were both using 16 ounce gloves.
Full 100%, like you're going at it, or is it like,
no, dude, you can't. If you go, at least for my first time, like
you can't go 100%.
No, my coach would like, because he knew it was my first time sparring, so he was like, "There's just no way you can possibly go on 100%." And we weren't sparring in the ring where like if you fall, it's soft. It's a ring. It's not soft, but what we were on was like hard concrete plastic. Like,
oh, jeez.
You know, the concrete pour and then the gym floor is on top.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you fall on that, it's meant to have weights dropped.
Right. It's right, exactly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't break anything. But
Yeah.
when your face falls on that,
Yeah.
it's not going to feel good.
Yeah. So it was, you know, he says 40% to the head, 70% to the body. But it's so hard to control that. Like, you know, some punches are landing at 100, some punches are landing at 40.
Well, it's hard to limit. You know, if you're sparring, if you're in an active combat situation, whether it be for your life or just practicing, it's hard to tell how hard you're going to throw this punch.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's weird. It almost fucked me up psychologically because when I would spar on a mat, it would just feel way better because I wasn't limited to trying to hold back. You know, but to my point, these UFC fighters are wearing 4-ounce gloves. So like
basically bare knuckles.
Basically, like professional boxers wear 10 ounce.
Right.
You get hit with a 10, you're going to feel it. I can't imagine getting hit with a 4.
No, especially from some of these guys, man.
Oh my God.
And you get the guys in there. What's crazy about this, you know, my body shape and type is totally different. You know, these guys are 150, 155 and they're fucking ripped.
Well, okay, so these ones on the screen right now, Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje, they fight in 155 weight class.
And they're yoked.
They are yoked, but so Gaethje probably walks around at 165, 170.
Okay.
So he's cutting.
They're cut. So that's crazy.
He's cutting, but not too much. Poirier, he walks around at 180, 190. Like, I mean, outside of fight season, outside of camp.
And
so
it's easy to cut. It's definitely easier to cut weight than it is to gain weight. That's, you know, 100% fact. So yeah. I didn't know it was that drastic of a difference. You know, that's 40-some pounds sometimes that these guys got to cut.
Yeah, so Poirier right now in this fight, he probably weighs 170, but it's a 155 weight.
Oh, wow. They allow him to do that? I thought you have to be at 155.
You have to weigh in day before at 155.
Oh, jeez.
And it's just a water cut at that point,
yeah.
like because they go through a 10, 12-week training camp where they're cutting the rest. And like the last fight week, they're water cutting.
Yep.
So yeah, they're big dudes. And like if I were to fight, I remember talking about this with my coach when I was entertaining the idea. Because when I was training there, I was trying to gain weight. Right,
and that's, dude, and it's so hard. I mean, we can talk about that in a second, but that shit's impossible at some times.
Yeah.
You know?
But I was training, I was lifting 5 days a week and boxing 3 days a week. So I was gaining weight. I was up to like 211, 212 was my heaviest. Wow. And it was at the time when I was thinking about training to like actually get into a fight. And my coach was like, "You're gonna have to go to 185. Like you can't
maintain that.
That and like because of the weight cuts, if I were to just stay at 200 or 205,
the guys you're fighting are gonna be
walking into the ring at 225. Right? Yeah. So 185 is like if I were to ever start training to actually fight, that would probably be my weight division.
Yeah,
which is crazy, but
so you thought about getting back into it then?
Yeah, I really want to.
Yeah.
I miss it and I love it. The only thing that sucks is the brain damage.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I was exposed, like I said, to fighting at a young age. Never fought anybody, never gone to, you know, any professional boxing, you know, or kickboxing, anything like that. Just all, you know, just watching it. But, you know, to get back onto the weight gaining and the lifting aspect of it, like I said, these guys are 155. They're fighting at a 155 weight class.
Yeah.
These guys are ripped.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at 155 and I'm skin and bones. It's just all about your body makeup is really what it is.
It is, but they're training professionally.
Right. Oh yeah. 100%.
So yeah, it's a lot different. Like if you were to train professionally for, I don't want to say professionally. If you were to train like amongst professionals for 2 years, you would start to look like them. Maybe 3 years. Not skill wise. I'm talking about pure body.
And that's from a motivational perspective too.
Yes.
Lifting and training with other people just makes it more fun.
Yeah.
And that was my problem for years, was that I was, again, long story short, but I was trying to get into the police academy, right? And I've told you about this before. And, 2.5 to 3 years of lifting, training, preparing. And there was days where it was just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
It's a grind. And again, like I said, my metabolism is so fast. I would no joke have to eat 3,800 calories just to maintain my weight.
Yeah. Bro.
So, there were days that, you're like, what, you're asking yourself why you're doing this. I mean, unfortunately, at the end of the day, it didn't work out for me, but then you also lose that drive to stay healthy. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, there's no reason for me to go back to the gym. Shit's a grind. I'm not where I'm at right now.
It is a grind.
And trust me, no joke. I left college I was probably weighing about 175, 180, and now, like I said, I'm back down to 160, 165, like that, snap of the fingers. It's amazing how quickly you can do, how that transition happens.
It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, when health, I don't know about experts, but like the typical rule of thumb is, let's use someone who's obese, who's trying to get in shape. It's going to take you longer to get in shape than it took you to get obese.
Absolutely.
So if it took you 2 years to get obese, it's going to take you 4 years to really get back into shape.
Absolutely. And most people don't understand either when they go through those weight transformations is how important the diet is.
Huge.
I mean, you can go and you can burn off calories as much as you want. You can run on a treadmill. You can go for walks. You can go for hikes. That's great. But if you're eating above your caloric median, you're never going to see a change.
Yep.
You have to eat at a caloric deficit.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Mike Seggio, freshman year. That kid taught me everything I know about macronutrients and nutrients in general.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I mean, there's so much that goes into it. Luckily, I mean, if you want to do it professionally, obviously, like these guys have dietitians, chefs, like, because they're risking their lives.
Well, they can afford it too.
They can afford it, yeah.
How easy would life be if you didn't have to make all your meals?
Bro.
Or count your calories?
Dude. I mean, yeah, it's really all about what you want, because, I always have tried to gain weight, but then I got to a point where I was like, eating that much every day just wasn't worth it to me.
No. No, you don't feel good. You really don't. Yeah. There'd be days where I'd try to eat that one last piece of chicken. I'm like, I can't do it. I'm gonna throw up. Yeah, dude, it's rough sometimes.
It is, but I will say it works, and the only way to maintain it is to keep it going. Because when I was like 211, I wanted to get to 215, but
what are you at now?
Probably 195 right now.
Okay, so you're not too far away.
No, but those 10 pounds are hard. Those are like, because my body's just not used to it, and in my body, it would take my body a year and a half to get used to maintaining that much weight.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And especially if I want to get back into boxing, like when I was that heavy, my hands were way slower. My whole body was slower, and then I dropped 5-10 pounds, and I was just like, everything felt quicker. My reflexes were different.
Your slow twitch muscle fibers are used to you being at a certain weight.
Yeah.
And when you gained all that, I say gained weight as in it's a bad thing, but when you put on weight again, now your body has to relearn how to operate.
Yep. I don't think I'll, I think with the amount of training I'll do in my life, and when my metabolism slows down, same with like all of us who are our age, once our metabolism starts to slow down, gaining weight will be easier for us.
Well, I'm waiting for that day to come.
Yeah, same, man.
My whole life, man, it's been ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not a bad thing, but
No, it's not. But being the skinniest kid, throughout high school as a child, of course you get the brunt of all the jokes. But you'd rather be the skinny kid than the fat kid, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the way that each individual's body works is so crazy. Like the difference.
The way the human body in general works.
Yeah, honestly. But that's why I think I'm so fascinated with these fighters, is because the UFC fighters in particular, because they take so much damage. They probably take brutal beatings 3 times a year at least.
Oh, and that's the crazy part, is that the fact they're even fighting 3 times a year is it's a miracle.
Crazy, dude.
We talk about CTE in football all the time, and those guys play once a week, and who knows how healthy that is. But these guys are taking 5 times as many hits in places that are unprotected.
Well, I think NFL is more dangerous than UFC, because a lot of their trainings, like, they're sparring hard for maybe 4 weeks a year. And then they have the fight, obviously.
Yeah, but I guess. I don't know. I mean, I've watched football my whole life too. I think most people know more about that sport than they do the UFC. It's just, to me, for 15 minutes, 3 times a year, you're getting your ass kicked.
Yeah,
that doesn't sound like fun. That doesn't sound healthy.
I mean, it's not.
I mean, I get it. No helmets. No. Yeah, I know the technology in football's gone so much farther than the past 5 years than it ever has been, but I don't think I'd want to do either.
Yeah, I mean, boxing is more dangerous than UFC for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they can't.
You're targeting a certain spot. In UFC, you can target other spots, right? You can target your legs, your core.
Yeah, but
submissions, you can't do a submission in boxing.
The biggest reason is when, oh my God. Yeah.
Out cold.
Sorry, we're watching
my boy Herb Dean.
Yeah. In boxing, when you get knocked down, they can't jump on you and try and submit you. So you have to like sit in that fogginess, and you have 8 seconds. And when you get up, you're concussed, but you can still fight because you had that time to recover.
Mm-hmm.
In the UFC, if you get knocked down, you're fucked.
You're getting pounced on, which is why there's guys like Herb. The refs got to be on top of it. They do a great job.
Yeah, this fight that we're watching right now, the Poirier-Gaethje fight, like, Poirier is just so good. He's fighting tonight. Oh, let's talk about that.
He's one of my favorite fighters, to be honest.
He's fighting Michael Chandler tonight.
Oh,
great!
That's
great
a good
fight.
matchup.
Yeah.
Please tell me that's on TV.
I mean, it'll be pay-per-view. But Israel Adesanya is fighting Alex Pereira, and back in the day when they were both kickboxing, Pereira knocked out Izzy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But Izzy is undefeated in his MMA career.
Okay.
But in kickboxing, he got knocked out by this guy.
Is that his 1L? If that's his 1L,
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah. He lost to him previous to that as well, via decision. But yeah, he's fighting Alex Pereira tonight, and it's for the belt. So
it is?
Yep.
Also, it's going to be a 5-rounder.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I think Izzy's just going to pick him apart because this guy he's just a kickboxer. He's pretty new to MMA.
Mm-hmm. So he's got no ground game is what you're telling me. So this goes to the ground, he's in trouble.
Well, yeah, but Izzy's not going to take it to the ground.
I like a stand-up fight.
It's going to be a stand and bang for sure. Yeah, this is it right there.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's gonna be exciting. So now to backtrack, who would you say is your favorite UFC fighter of all time?
Oh, all time?
All time.
Oh man, honestly, probably Izzy, dude.
Really? Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to say Conor, but
I mean, Conor's a go-to. Connor's a legend. He's an icon. 100%.
Conor is the Michael Jordan of the UFC.
Yeah. I mean, I should have said. I've said this a long time. He should have retired years ago when he lost the fight to Khabib. He should have said, "I'm done." Yeah, or Khabib. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely not like.
He's not
skillfully the best fighter of all time.
No,
as
but
far
he's not
as
as good as he
promotion,
used to.
though,
Oh, promotion?
He's the best. And I always want to watch him fight. I like watching Poirier fight a lot too. Izzy, Poirier, Connor, Sean O'Malley. He's getting a title shot.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh my God. How about Patty the Batty?
I like him a lot. But he's still new. So
Yes. Yeah,
he's got
more
some
fights
time.
Yeah, I think he's got to fight some better opponents, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean they're taking their time with him because they know his worth
of course.
to the organization. So they don't want to see him lose.
Now, does Barstool have any rights to him at all?
Yeah.
Did they sign a contract? Okay, good.
Chandler's fun to watch. Gaethje's really fun to watch. The women, Rose Namajunas, she's my favorite.
Some of those women, man, are fucking badass.
Yeah, Amanda Nunes is an absolute fucking savage. She would beat the shit out of me.
They all would.
They are.
I mean, let's be honest. They beat the shit out of anybody.
I don't think the 120. I don't know the weight classes. I think it goes 35 or 45, 35, 25, 15.
Does it go 15? Does it go that low?
Yeah, it does. The 115ers, I just way too much, And if I touch them,
well, I mean, it's a mismatch, but they'd still find some way to fuck you up. You'd probably win, but you'd have a broken nose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But just out of pure weight.
Right. And you're what, 6'3", 6'4", you're a taller dude?
6'4", yeah. I'm not gonna act like they could fuck me up. They definitely could fuck me up.
They would definitely fuck you up, but you'd make it fun.
But the thing is, a punch coming from me is way different than a punch coming from a number or 115.
And we're not trying to say that women's sports is unathletic or anything like that.
No, these girls are savages.
They are savages. It's just the nature of the beast, right? We were talking about the human body, and just naturally men are faster.
The 145ers, though, I bet
I wouldn't even think about getting in a ring with any of them, to be honest.
They're fucking savages. Anyone in the UFC is a killer, a trained assassin.
So I'm gonna have to say, so you gave me all the fighters you like.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with GSP.
Yeah, he's GOAT. He's GOAT. I mean, everyone's list is different, but it would be GSP, Habib, Silva.
And people who, if they watch this, who know the UFC are gonna hate me for this, but oh shit, I forgot his name now. No, I was just about to say it.
Who?
Ken Shamrock. I didn't forget it.
No idea who that is.
See, old school. Yeah. Badass, kind of a dick. He's kind of an asshole, I will admit, but he was a badass fighter, man. He would throw with anybody.
Yeah. Do you know who Ngannou is?
What's the first name?
Francis.
Oh, yeah, Francis Ngannou. Okay, yeah.
Dude.
Throwback.
No, not throwback. He's current.
He started a while ago, though, didn't he? Or am I thinking of somebody? I might be thinking of somebody else.
You might be thinking of somebody else. This guy, he's the heavyweight champ right now.
I'm going to look up a name.
Dude.
Hang on, I want to... for future reference for you, buddy. This dude, I watched him on the first ever season of Ultimate Fighter. That just shows you how old I am. He won the first season as a middleweight. And he was like the nicest guy outside the ring. He wanted, everyone to work hard and be their best. But if you got in the ring with him, he was going to end it in 30 seconds. Absolute GOAT. I got to find the first season here.
Tito Ortiz?
No. Well, he was a coach. Tito Ortiz was a coach. Michael Bisping was on Ultimate Fighter. He was from the UK.
He's a beast, yeah.
He's a beast. Where did it go? Forrest Griffin and Stephan Bonner were the heavyweight winners that year, and that was a ridiculous fight. But hang on, I'm not going to forget this because this guy is a beast. Diego Sanchez. He was a middleweight. He was a ground and pound guy. And when I mean 30 seconds, those fights would be over in 30 seconds. He'd get you down like Khabib. He would get you down, beat the shit out of you, and they would submit. Yeah. Amazing guy. But nicest guy out of the ring you could ever meet, honestly. Just a really genuine person.
Yeah.
Get him in. Savage. Absolute savage.
Yeah, those ground and pound fuckers that's where it gets dangerous.
They are mean.
Did you watch this fight, the Chandler Ferguson fight?
Yeah, I think we watched it at the house. Last time I was out when it was on.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it here?
No, not here. Up in Amherst.
Okay. Yeah.
Amherst House. It was a year ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. With the leg kick to Ferguson's dome.
Yep.
Bro, that was probably the greatest leg kick in UFC history.
That was Fall Fest last year.
I think it's going to be this round, actually. He's a savage.
I need to get back into watching more of this stuff,
Dude,
man. I love it.
It's so fun.
Another sport I also enjoy, hockey.
I'm not a big fan anymore.
You're not. I know you're not, but as a Buffalo boy, you gotta root for the Sabres.
Yeah, he just did the leg kick.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm a Sabres fan, but like, I used to play as a kid. I used to be really good.
Oh, did you? How long did you play for?
Since I was 4 to like 12 or 13.
Same. Yeah, I stopped at 14.
Yeah. I mean, I loved it during then, but it kind of like once I started playing basketball,
Oh, yeah, you have a basketball body for
it
sure.
was old news for hockey. Yeah.
Same season. Yeah, I get it. It's tough. It is tough. Yeah, I played. Problem is where I'm from. The closest area, the place you could play was an hour away in any direction.
Damn,
so
really?
That's why, once you get to those older ages, it's either you're going to commit to this or you're not going to play at all. And it was just, it's a difficult decision, but
Yeah.
I couldn't afford it anymore, so I had to stop.
It is expensive as balls.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah. Basketball, you need 2 pairs of shoes a season. And that's it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Maybe like $500 for a team fee, but other than that,
Yeah.
Perfect.
I miss basketball. I wish the NBA didn't suck so much.
Agreed. I've yet to watch a game in the past 5 years.
It's in a bad place.
Well, I mean, we can get to that conversation too. And the reason why I don't like the NBA, one, is because I just don't think, again, you guys can throw as much shade as me as you want. I don't think they try.
Well, it's in a weird. I hear what you're saying. I don't think
like who's the guy that
the young players
paid?
Are trying.
The young players are trying, but who's the guy that just got paid millions of dollars and hasn't played in 3 years?
Kyrie Irving.
Him too. There's another guy that's doing it. How can you justify that? You walk in there.
Kawhi Leonard?
No, not Kawhi. Ben Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
That dude walked in, signed a $30 million contract, hasn't played a game in 3 years. Oh,
I think he's playing this year.
Oh, I'm hurt. No, you're not. You're not hurt. Shut up. You don't see. I'm just saying, you don't see that in football. You don't see that in hockey. How's the NBA allowed to get away with it?
NBA it's because there's only so many people on the court at once. There's only 5 people per team, and like.
But when 20% of your salary the salary cap is going towards a player who hasn't played.
I don't even, dude. I don't believe in salary caps. I think they're all fucking myth.
No, I mean they're real things. It's just
but like,
are they? Yeah. Then clearly you have not watched enough hockey then, because they are a thing.
Well, hockey I can imagine, but like football, there's ways to get out of it.
Yeah, the salary cap in football is a joke. There is no salary cap in baseball, so
that's also a joke.
Okay, but you can't sit here and say salary caps are stupid and then be upset when
no
don't have them.
No, I'm saying like I don't know how much I believe a salary cap like influences basketball rosters, because if you look at the roster on the Lakers, they're fucking 2-10 and they have 3 of the best basketball players in the world.
Well, then clearly their investments have been bad.
Yeah, it's in basketball you need players that can play together. Like you can't have 3 all-stars starting. Like Westbrook, LeBron, and AD. AD is going to get hurt halfway this season.
Well, and think about
LeBron's 39.
How many dream teams have ever worked? I can think of 2. I can think of the Bulls for all the 90s.
Golden State.
Scottie, Jordan, and I'm bad at names today.
Rodman.
Thank you. Rodman dominated the 90s. Then you had LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and
Bosh.
Bosh. Chris Bosh. I think those are the only 2 super teams or dream teams I can think of right now that were worth. Okay, Golden State. Take that back. 3. But okay, since Golden State, we'll say 2016 Golden State. Since then, there hasn't been many.
Well, Golden State just won last year. I think Golden State is the Chicago of our generation.
Oh, 100%.
Because they'll probably win another one, at least one more soon.
100%.
Maybe 2.
Just to tell you, the last basketball game, last NBA game I watched in its entirety was when they broke the record for like the most wins in a season or something. That was the last game. So was that 2017?
It was 2017 or 2018. I think it was 2017. No,
so 5 years.
It was 2016 because
6
that's
years.
when the Cavs won.
The 2016 NBA Finals.
Yes,
ridiculous. Great series. Watched every game. That was the last. I think that was the last basketball game I watched.
Yeah,
was that
and then
series.
2017 they got KD. I think they won, and then they won again in 2018. Yeah, that's the time frame because they won in 2015, 2017, 2018, and then last year in 2022.
Yeah, no, they're definitely listen. Dream Team, yeah, one of the greatest, arguably greatest franchises outside the Bulls right now.
Yeah. I wonder where we're at. Oh, I gotta piss like a fucking racehorse.
It's funny how fast these